Let me now bust their bubbles, their technicality, which they've implemented to enable them continue to marginalize the great Esan people. Now, you know what this present government of Edo State is doing? The government of Governor Nogerase Obaseki is trying to produce a successor, one who will take over from him. And you know who that person is? His deputy, Shaibu. I want to make this clear and set this record straight ahead of time between Esan people and Afemai or Auchi people. These Oredo political Talibans, they are trying to cause chaos between Esan and Auchi or Afemai. But we are going to use our brain. You know what they are doing? If they provide Shaibu and the Esan people stand out to say no, it will not turn a fight between the Esans and the Afemai. So they want to spark us a fight between us. That is the technicality. That is why we should not be dragging for governorship, so that we will not have any fight with the Afemai people. This is not to say we are afraid of anyone, but we must apply wisdom. I have been able to detect their technicality by the reincarnate spirit of our ancestors. I have been able to see, check in a mathematical way, and solve at the mathematical technicality that they are trying to implement, so that as at that time the Edo picture will not be seen in it. It will turn into a fight, a hatred between Esans and the Afemai people, Esans and the Auchi people. That is what they are trying to lay down. So we all know this. Now that I'm telling you this, they want to set a hatred between us and the Afemai people. That is why we should deviate from even pursuing for the governorship. We should deviate. We should not even want it any longer. For we not to embark, knowing or unknowingly, into tribal battle that these people are systematically and technically sowing the seed now. This tribal battle, they have sown it. They will take their picture, their face away from it. After Governor Nogerase Obaseki finish ruling, provide the successor who will not be running for the seat of governor contesting. It will not be Shaibu. And when the Esan people are emerging to reject with all their strength, you will see that it will not turn into Afemai and Esan, Auchi and Esan. My dear Afemai people, this is what they are trying to do to us. My dear Afemai people, this is what they are trying to do to us. Please, anyone that is listening now that has not shared these broadcasts to up to 5 or 10 people, we need to start sharing it so that this information will get to many people, as many people as we are expecting. We know that it's a new page, but don't worry. With your power, as you share to people, it will get to the people we want it to get to. We must be very, very proactive, intelligently. The reincarnate spirits of our ancestors have used me, or is using me, to decode their inhuman and ungodly technicality, which they have sown the seed. We must not allow that seed to germinate. It will die a mission. It will die a fail on arrival mission. It will die a fail on arrival mission. We must not embark on any tribal battle between us and the Auchi people that these Oredo traditional Talibans they are trying to sow. That is why the government of the day disband, or the government of the day suspended, put to a stop local governments areas, put to stop local government chairman, so to say, because he wouldn't have had the power to do what he wants to do. You know, after he is a dictator now, so nobody will be able to emerge from all these local governments any longer, because all the local government chairmen have been put to stop, and he is only the one controlling as we speak now. And being that he is only the one controlling, when he is about to leave, he will provide his successor. You get it? This is the mathematics. Wicked mathematics, or wicked one. You see, let us bear into consideration that we, the Esan people, our political elites, they should not fight a fight of just them and themselves. This is what Akomo came on board for. Akomo was the person that tried to divide the state, and Oba Akenzua went and pleaded with the Ojiorua and was begging the Ojiorua, begged the Ojiorua to tell Akomo to discontinue the move of dividing the state, which was Afesan states as at that time. The Afemais, they were very ready, but seeing that Oba Akenzua was pressing, Akomo turned into Esan states, and more messages and more homage and more visitation was paid to the king of Irua by Oba Akenzua. And that was how the creation of Esan state was put to a stop. My problem, Jerry Osak, my problem now is we don't want to identify ourselves with Edo state any longer. That name, Edo, that is of a slave boy, need to be dropped, and the name Ainahoro state need to be adopted. Ainahoro state, that is what we are demanding now. Ainahoro state. Before we will even say we want to start reasoning with you to continue in your so-called oneness, before we need to come to the table of reasoning together, first of all, the name Edo State need to be aborted, and the name Ainahoro State need to be inserted. Irio no Irio will not. If you oppress the people you are not supposed to oppress, your downfall will be very close. If you undermine the people you are not supposed to undermine, your downfall will be very close. If you disregard and disrespect the people you are not supposed to, I tell you the truth whether you know it or not. I tell you the truth whether you choose to agree or not, your downfall will be very close. Because you are toiling with people you are not supposed to toil with. You have decided to drink from the venom of the snake. When you do so, enough is enough.